I'd love for it to get colder already. This gal cannot survive in heat. I can't stand it. But, oh well. Show must go on, so... Alright. Welcome back to the Genius of Sappheiros, everyone. Last time, we had just started encountering the good level design of the Field of Sunflowers. Starting to get a headache already thinking about that dungeon, but we're not going to get anywhere just by sitting around. This is the wrong save file. It's the wrong save file. That's the save file I use to get screenshots for my thumbnails. That is not the one I used to play on. In heavy quotation marks. Hello, Ezzy. Don't let the cheery music fool you. This dungeon is hell on earth. I'm blue now. That's this dungeon's attack. Hopefully these things can burn, right? Surely. Well, they did. They just need to be burned more. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba da dabba dee. Oh my goodness gracious. Notori's living on a prayer right now. Resorting to nuclear warfare. Right, before I fight you, treasure chest. Okay, now we can fight to the death. You fucking parried that? Okay, at least it didn't paralyze. How'd he parry it again? What? What? Stop it. You're not even doing anything to me. Just hurry up and die, you fuck. Burn it, 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 as per usual. Oh no. Oh no. That did how much damage? Good God. Salute the sun indeed. beat your ass otherwise. But yeah, and ended up I had a very busy day yesterday. Had to go out of state and wasn't back until late at night. And at that point, it's like, I think having a stream would just be like mental torture for myself, if not the viewers, having to stay up that late just to listen to me yap. None of you want to do that. Rabbit's Foot increases the experience gained by the entire party. Oh, you're sweet. Well, thank you, Hope. I appreciate it. You, you two don't think you're doing a little too nice? Womp womp. I would more, Kappa. Kappa. Kappa kappa. Kappa 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 kappa. Unless they're diamond. Poison, perhaps? No poison. Owie. Oh, I was saying, I didn't stream yesterday because I don't know. I don't know if you guys would want to listen to me yap that late at night. Or if you would even stay up that late just to listen to that. That's what I was saying. Fuck off with the Damon Blast. It's not funny. Death. Pretty mirror. I don't like this dungeon. Dragonfly seems particularly eager to kick my ass, huh? Yeah, don't hurt yourself trying, buddy. God, I forgot about this motherfucker. Well, yeah, since it is just the Garden of the Sun after all. That's fair. Death. Kill. I'm blue now. Angles. They're all in a line, so I can do this. Big damage. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see, Mrs. Puff. While I was winding down last night, I was in a voice call with some friends. It was after we had finished our Dokapon session, and we were just like watching YouTube videos. Or not YouTube videos. Well, yes, YouTube videos, but more specifically, we also switched to watching YouTube, or just not. I'm so silly. Sorry. We had also switched to watching SpongeBob. Dokapon, my beloved, Dokapon, my mixed feelings. We were watching SpongeBob, which first off, rest in peace, r/SpongeBob piracy. And second, it is always funny to me and a little concerning how like multiple generations are just capable of reciting SpongeBob memory, certain SpongeBob episodes by memory. Yo, Mr. White, there's someone at the door. Who is it, Jesse? I'm SpongeBob. SpongeBob? Oh yeah, the golden pickaxe can just instantly kill small enemies. I know, I just think it's really funny how... Would ubiquitous be the word? I think ubiquitous would be the word. Ubiquitous it is. If anyone asks, I have reef blowers down pat. I would not have expected a Bumbles McFumbles reference in my chat today. Yeah. No one got poisoned? Bruh. Mr. Squidward, I should kick your fucking ass. This would go great with some milk. Whoop! Krusty Krab bombing. 22 dead. I need to rewatch Dying for Pi. It's one of my favorite episodes. My favorite SpongeBob episode, like, in general, though, like, my favorite SpongeBob episode overall is probably still, Club SpongeBob. Yeah, the insane ones by Absolute Nutcase. I love them so much. They're incredible. In loving memory of Eugene Krabs, loved by absolutely no one. Oh no, it petrified Sanae. Petrification is a status effect that won't heal naturally, so I need to finish this fight before the other two get petrified. Oh, hail the magic conch! Woo! Magic conch. What should we do now to get out of the forest? Nothing. All hail the magic conch. We're dead is a status effect that can heal naturally. I thought you were dead. I got better. Wow, they have it square. Oh, you were actually referencing the episode. I was just going for that stupid ass meme. This is it, the moment we've all been waiting for. Canned coochie. Golden nougat. I'm scared. Oh fuck. Instant death. Who decided that? Exactly. I mean, my favorite variation always will be the I got better. Anyways, time to fuck him up and also get res up because I am not dealing with petrification is ass. Owie. Which one? Oh hey, she learned Constrict. Poison. Oh, that's from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I'm not really a math guy, you know. Me when the authorities ask me how many children I've run over. It's so Peem. Guh. That fucking bird that I hate. Victory screech! Stop! No! Being on Alice and Yomu is actually bad. Okay, thank God they're dead. What's this guy weak to? No, I got that. Bludgeoning. Well, I mean, he's already close enough to dying, I think. Oh no, it's slashing. Where did I get bludgeoning from? Dead. Yeah, you know, like Peem. It's Peem. It's Peem fiction. What's over here? Man, what the fuck? Stop. Oh, it just had to be Notori. Why? She was gonna kill you all. Okay, cool. Poison. Love to see it. Getting Notori back up on her feet. Alright, I see how it is. I see how it is, you fucking birds. Okay, the birds are gone, so we don't have to worry about petrification anymore. Death. Chest? Don't think I didn't see you there. Flip the switch. I heard some gas stop flowing nearby. Now we're orange. Madere's staff. Mihoy, minoi. Me no hoy no moy. I don't know how the fuck to say it, but I tried my best. Increases magic attack by significant for casting costly magic. MP saver, so it lowers the amount of MP cost. Well, shit. Why didn't you say so? Mihoy, minoi. Not Alice getting charmed. This is not the time for your gay to start showing. And Tori's turned into a statue. At least they got poisoned, though. Everyone except the bird. Damn. Alright, bird's dead. Beat up the woman. Yeah. Oh, now we can bring orange. Now we can bring orange down here. We should be able to head this way. This way was where the red flower was, right? So saith Doodlebob, a great philosopher of our time. power. Can we poison power? The Tori's fucking dead. Can we insta kill? Go for the big money? Fuck, it missed. Owie. I see you trying to make the land holy. Nuh-uh. There'll be no holiness in my Gensokyo. At least not once deemed appropriate by me. Die. Oh! Oh my goodness gracious. Judobog was so good he got to be the villain of a crossover game. Counting on Unitori. Never mind. Fucking dead. Drawn to Life series. I only have like faint memories of that game actually being real, honestly. By all accounts, it does not, in fact, feel real. Only barely. I just remember my cousins had it on their DSs. It's just so Peem. Womp. Oh hey, there we go. Now, Satori truly is Peem. She can learn everything, dude. Anyways, we may have gotten our ass beat, but we did get access to that one part of the dungeon without the hell is Peem? It's just a sillier way of saying peak. Now we can bring Blue over here. Fortnite. The same loud instrument? Death! I mean, yeah. Now that I think about it, they all do kind of fall under the same umbrella in terms of music, don't they? I mean, that was kind of a thing that even the show itself sort of fell into. I think we've already been here before, actually. Birds. I don't know. But, I mean, to be fair, I'm not too familiar with SpongeBob games in general. Truth or Square? Battle for Bikini Bottom. Ah, yes. The one everyone loves, right? Where do I get orange from? Man, I get it from the same place I got it before. From blue, right? I forgot. Let me check this place real quick, though. Military Tactics book. Timbe. Only blocks physical attacks, huh? Oh, we give that to Sanae then, just to make sure she doesn't get gimmicked. I don't like that. Good. The skills that the enemy has that Satori can learn. Yeah. Anytime she gets hit by an enemy skill, she has a chance to learn it for herself permanently. Since I've been investing all of her power points into... Yep, there you go. She learned Earthshake, and she's dead. Go. Learned Earthshake, then died. Yeah, that's a funny thing. Satori can learn skills that kill her. She doesn't need to survive them, and I'm dead. I don't think she ended up learning that because she died. Yeah. Well, but yeah, she doesn't actually need to survive the attack in order to learn it. She can learn it and then just drop dead the next second, which is incredibly funny. Though, easiest thing to do would be to bring Patchouli, but it's hard to justify finding a way to do so. Just replace that real quick. I could maybe... get Marissa up in here, actually. Sinai is very useful, obviously, in bosses, but in these short-term encounters, it might actually be better to just have more DPS. I should try to be evil. Evil things. Aren't you gonna wash your hands? No, because I'm evil. I'm sorry, I see evil, I also immediately think of Mermaid Man. I can't be the only one, right? Evil. Evil, fuck. Not the only one. Hi, Auspex. These fucking birds. Well, shit. Yomu is the only... No, Yomu and Alice are the only ones still up and kicking. The only ones who can. Okay, one dead, one down, one down. Okay, that's not great, but... Okay, don't have to worry about petrification anymore. Charm is not great, but it's not... It's not like game losing. Don't we? Cockatrice Crest. What does this one do? Cockatrice Crest. Increases the success rate of you attempting to petrify and also has a chance to prevent it? Yeah, I think I'll give that to Marissa. Oh, this is where I was before. Orange Gaming. Orange flowers over here. Alright, let's check this side of the dungeon out now. Sewing needle. Okay. You. This motherfucker. Okay. Okay. Fat damage. Fat damage. Quagmire arts did not work. Damn it. Insta-kill? Yeah, Quagmire. Family Guy. Giggity. Magic Missile! How any stories of weird things that have happened to you in games? Define weird. Because there's definitely like intentional weirdness and then unintentional weirdness, and they both kinda have interesting sides to them. But, I guess to start off, I think probably one of the weirder things that I can recall, Thundercloud stuff. Is it perhaps what I'm thinking of? God bless extra extra thunder, because fuck that earth elemental enemy. I think one of the weirder things that happened to me actually happened on stream. It's one of the clips when I was playing Superstar Ultra, which is Tak somehow being able to kill Marks while he was firing his laser and then going off screen. It was I watched that clip over and over, and I still can't understand how that happened. Frankly, I don't know if I ever could explain it. It is bizarre. I mean, that would explain it, but I don't know. It still feels kind of odd. At the very least, it's strange. You know what? Legalize nuclear bombs. Fuck you. I feel like there's a lot of things that have happened to me, and I can't explain, but I can't really recall them. Yeah, it's one of the clips. It's one of the clips on my channel. You can check it. Also, speaking of clips, I think it's funny that my Bonkers one has easily become my most popular clip thus to date. I don't know, it's just silly to me. Oh yeah, we get to see what Mari's last word is. The Miracle Hakedo, which erects a field that makes it so that all skills cost only 1 MP point. He did? Wow. God bless Tak. The Magnum Trident, huh? Alright. A magnum trident for my magnum doll. Is that all that's over here? I didn't miss anything, did I? I think there's probably a way to the left, question mark? No? That's it? That's the right side of the dungeon? That was just 2 treasure chests and 3 encounters! Is there a flower over here I can pass through? Blue ones. But... have I already been here? I can't even tell. I don't think so. These guys should be weak to water, so... I'll give it a shot. Yeah, they sure are. Yeah, I don't blame you. Death. Which I think kind of sucks, because the dungeons after this do get more interesting. At least the dungeon, like... Evil Genshin and their Goober Eradicator-inator. Ah, Perry the Platypus! I see you come to stop my latest evil scheme, but you're too late. I behold the Eradicator-inator. I know you're talking about the garden. It all looks the same. I can't tell what place is new and what place is not. But what I am saying is that, like, the dungeon right after this one is probably one of the more interesting dungeons in general in terms of what it asks you to do. So it sucks that the one right before it is the Garden of Snooze Fests. It's not even backtracking, it's just track. I mean, there's something really specific about this dungeon that makes it stand out. At least in terms of, like, helping you keep a mental map of what things even look like and where you've been or not. You kind of just have to vaguely remember whether you're north, south, east, or west in order to, like, have any idea. Right, like, this is where I've been, right? This is... like, even Manzuka knew to, like, add in sort of almost what is it? Like a garbage dump aesthetic to the second half of it to distinguish it from the first half of Red Flowers. But here, so much of the dungeon is defined by these damn flowers. Which sucks, right? Because, like, it's the Garden of the Sun. It's one of the few locations in the series that's wholly dedicated to one character. You think they would have tried a little bit harder with making it like unique instead of just flower. I think like with everything being organized the same way too, like the way that locations are set up, it's not wholly different. God bless. It's like they didn't even try that much. Yeah, at the very least. It's like, I think the thing about this dungeon is just that it's so disorientating because like the thing about the flowers is that once they're pushed down, they don't stay down. They can like sprout back up, right? What ends up happening then is just like the entire dungeon becomes super disorientating because you never have a clear mental map of like where exactly you've been. Well, I can never tell, like, oh, have I been here before? Well, the only way for me to know is to, like... These flowers come in more colors than just yellow? Yeah, they do. Oh, Toxic Mist learned. I think what could have made this dungeon at least more bearable is if the sunflowers for each region at least look different. Like, I know that the Garden of the Sun has always been portrayed with yellow sunflowers, but like, they didn't have to all look exactly the same. Like, thing is, the Garden of the Sun is split into pretty distinct, like, as a dungeon, is split into pretty distinct, like, categories related to, like, a quadrant of sorts. They could have very easily made it so that any specific quadrant is linked to a certain color of sunflower. I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it definitely could have gotten more interesting than just flower. I barely know her. I wish I had a soundboard so I could play like some god-awful stock Disney 2015 sitcom audience cheer and laughter. What was with that era of sitcoms? That never felt real. It's not a real era of television. It was a collective fever dream, and Disney's just gaslighting us into thinking it actually happened. Birds! Well, no, objectively they were. The reusing of sets and also the reusing of actors. I noticed all the time that, like, they would do whatever they could to get the same voice or the same like actors to do the same things or different things. I need to cover Satori. Okay. Please dodge petrification. No! It's all up to Satori now. She needs to like dodge every petrification now or she's just fucked. Yeah, Cartoon Network did make sitcoms and yeah, that sure worked out for them, I think. It's just the birds too. It's just the cockatrices that spam it. All of the other enemies in this dungeon are fairly straightforward to understand, but and the cockatrices come along. It's like with the mind flayers in the Palace of the Earth Spirits, whose whole thing, like the only reason they're as notorious as they are is because their regular attacks can inflict the instant death status, and that's it. Otherwise, they are nothing burger of enemies, but just that one little thing makes them an absolute nightmare. At the very least, it probably would have been bearable. Just saying. I don't know. I will say, at the very least, it is the whole like dying thing is infinitely more bearable in this game compared to a lot of other RPGs. Considering in this game you really don't lose much progress. Dying was a lot more punishing in vanilla version of this game because in vanilla you would lose like your items. You would lose your items anytime you got wiped, but that was removed in like Weekend, and it hasn't been back since. But like, not all your items, but any item. Yeah, any items that you got from grinding, like from from enemy drops, you would lose them unless you went out of the dungeon first. It was just really annoying. Thankfully, though, like I said, in this, in the next, the follow-up to this game, not follow-up, but like, in the next version of this game, they did revert that being a thing. Yeah, they removed that issue, or removed that feature. But I'm saying, like, it is still annoying to get shit on by common enemies. But at least it's really not... It's not as bad as it would be in other RPGs. Like... God, I'm getting a headache thinking about fucking Hamon and Mudon in, like, any Megami Tensei game, really. Like, death is way more punishing in those games, just as an example. But, like, even stuff like Xenoblade, it can get pretty irritating. Other places, I think? If you're talking about dungeons or locations... Instantly loses, yeah. So I'm a big fan of like Etrian Odyssey style games, so that's why I can say. I know, I'm just making sure. Yeah, I know. I get it. yeah, that is to say, um, I personally do like really love poison breath. It was a skill she learned from an enemy. But that is to say, like, so I think probably one of my least favorite dungeons I could think of in recent time is Junesic Land in Persona Q2. She briefs the PlayStation Network. Like, okay, so the thing about Junesic Land is it is it is so annoying. Yeah, I hate that place too. Yeah, it's which I think sucks because aesthetically and like thematic wise, it's super cool as a dungeon. Actually playing the dungeon though is like, wow, I hate it here. It's the second one too, and it's a huge um it's kind of just an absurd what is it, difficulty spike as a dungeon because the enemies introduced hit real hard and really strange elemental coverages, and like the only characters you unlock going into the dungeon are like Haru and Makoto. I do. I don't know. I think when it comes to like Etrian's Odyssey dungeons, the one thing you really should avoid is having both like convoluted and tedious navigational puzzles and hard enemies. Like one or the other is fine. Both, I think, is like a crime. And if it's not a crime, it should be, because it makes me so upset having to deal with them. Like, even regular mainline Etrian Odyssey is a bit more bearable in that regard, because party wipes aren't, like, the end of the world when it comes to your progress in any given dungeon. But because Persona Q and Persona Q2 especially kind of has like the Persona 5 style of dungeon puzzles, dying and having to be forced back to the lobby is like the worst. And especially because, like, I think part of it, right, is that because you had just unlocked Haru and Makoto as party members, they kind of expect you to use those two characters, and thus a lot of the early game enemies in Junesic Land are weak to nuclear or psychic. The problem with that, though, is if you don't bring either of those characters with you, there are very few sub-personas at that stage in the game that actually have either of those effects or elements to their name. So what you end up doing is you're either forced to add them to your composition, regardless of how well they actually fit, just to have that elemental coverage, or try to get through the set first part of it without that elemental coverage, which is a huge problem because early game Etrian Odyssey is so reliant Sexy underwear. Ups the success rate of Berserk charm controls, has a medium chance to prevent charm. I mean, I guess I did kill a succubus for this, but... I can understand games wanting me to experiment with the new characters I got, but... Like, I don't like it when it feels like I have to use them, otherwise I just get shit stomped. Yeah. Kirby kind of does have a bad habit of, hey, here's an enemy in this level. You better take that ability, shithead. kind of feeling. And if it's annoying in Kirby, I'm sure you can imagine it's an ass in RPGs of all places. Hey, Dragon Slayer. Like from... the famous sword that cuts through dragon scales. Birds. Why'd it have to be birds? Right, I understand that. The fact that there's a good chance the Tori would have been petrified by that too if I didn't cover her. Rip Satori, but... no, please. Marissa. Come on, Marissa, please hit this. Thank you, Marissa. I love you. Okay, any more areas I dislike? Okay. So this one might be a bit of a deep cut, but I've been holding on to this visceral hatred of mine since I was a kid. And it is, fuck, what is it called? I need to remember exactly what it's called so I don't look like an idiot. Is this it? No, I don't think so. Anchovies. Anchovies. But what I was gonna say was, it is fucking Sylvalum from Xenoblade X. It is... oh my god, I hated that area when I was playing through that game. So, Sylvalum is the fourth technical continent, story-wise, that you get through in that game. And the aesthetic of it is sort of this, sort of like, almost like, it's like a, oh, Earth Javelin, cool. It's like a mystical little wonderland. I wouldn't say wonderland, but almost like a... shit, I don't even know how to describe it, honestly. It is... almost ethereal. It's like a snowy area, but instead of snow, it's like it has the aesthetic of like a snowy area, but it's sand and it looks like a desert planet. And let me make it clear, I hate this place from gameplay. And it all really comes down to the fact that it is just filled with some of the most annoying enemies in that game. Okay, first off, it's filled with some of the most annoying enemies in the game. Second, there's no distinct landmarks anywhere aside from the drones that you place yourself on the gamepad, aka not really helpful anyways. It's also home to some of the most annoying side quests ever. like, like, I could definitely look back and say skill issue in general, but it doesn't change the fact that they were really annoying. So, first off, right, just to put it out there, Savalum and its sister continent, which is like the fifth area, Caldrus, they are across the ocean. They are across an ocean. And this isn't one of those things where it's like you have to cross an ocean, you have to like talk to an NPC and then they bring you there or something. No. You have to make that trek across the damn ocean yourself. Now, granted, at that point in the game, you should have a skill, which is basically a giant mech / vehicle. So, it's not as bad as it could have been. However, I think story-wise you're meant to get there before you get your flying license for the skill. Although the flying license for the skill is it's not technically story locked. But my point is, it's annoying to get there in the first place. And there are two distinct missions. Oh, hey, Little Legion. There are two distinct missions from that continent that I explicitly remember that I just hated playing through. So one is a story mission. So basically, I think it was... Okay, so I gotta like double check this so I don't sound like I'm making things up about this game because like no one played Xenoblade X. Guiding Lands. Interesting. I need to like look this up to make sure I'm not making it up about fucking Xenoblade. Because, like I said, no one fucking played Xenoblade X, so like... Okay, yeah. When you... no one aside from the sounds of fans, me included. I love Xenoblade X. I just wish some parts of it would die. Anyways, when at some point while you're in Savalum, you come across a clan of furries. You come across a clan of furries, and they challenge you to a duel to basically prove that you're not a bunch of traitorous pussies. And because of that, you're not allowed to use your skills in combat, which is like how you've been dealing with most everything ever since you got your damn skills. Now, that's all fine and good, you know, nothing wrong with having some foot combat. The problem is that despite the fact that you're explicitly not allowed to use your skills, the bosses from that part of the game feel like they were meant to be fought in your skills. They don't fuck around. And they are shockingly difficult for, like, the fact that you're forced on foot, right? But honestly, that's not even the worst of it because, like, again, I can understand they really want to hammer home that these furries can and will kick your ass and you should respect them. Cool. Cool. The second mission I remember, it gives me fucking nightmares. Okay, so basically, right? You get the side quest and you're told to go retrieve a piece of the ship that you guys came in on. Yeah, pretty much. Basically, you're tasked with go retrieve this thing, which is an important part of the giant ship that everyone came on. No, lore stuff, right? Now, once you get there, you realize you're getting ambushed by like everything under the sun in Savalum. Alright, fine enough. A holdout mission, okay? Nothing unusual. You want to know how long you have to hold out for, though? Let me just check real quick, because I don't remember, honestly, and apparently total cancel doesn't account for poison. Okay. I've wiped out here more often than I can count. Maybe... Let me just swap back out these two, honestly. Let's just get Sanai back. But... Wow, there's no documentation on Xenoblade X. Wow. I mean... I probably should have figured that, but... There's a what in my what? There's a what in my what? I'm trying to look for a specific side quest. I don't know how to find it, though. Oh god. I do. Yeah. Oh, it instantly ran away. Thanks, Golden Hand. Blue. Oh god, women. Felt like it had no personality to itself. Like it doesn't feel unique. Oh, I forgot there was a character in Xenoblade X that was just called L. Mishmash of the other regions. Interesting. Right. Most of late game will be spent there. I understand what you mean. Let's Meteorama it up. Interesting. Is this the one? I think I recognize this name. Is this it? No, it's not. Okay. Not just a mishmash of the other areas, right? I'm leaving. I'm not dealing with the earth again. Fine, I'll fight the dragon though. It's a Mia. Mamma mia. I mean, the first thing I think of honestly is what is it? Onion Ocean from Return to Dreamland. Like water level, easy pickings, I know, but I just, I just, I just, I just don't look forward to it anytime I have to play through. Anytime I have to play through Return to Dreamland, I just don't look forward to Onion Ocean at all. Is there a patch of flowers I'm missing somewhere? I have no clue where to go anymore. I think I've just... Yeah. It's making me feel like a clown because I have no idea what to do. I'm stuck looking at these ugly-ass enemies again. Yes, this is the... Okay, this is the one. It's a Xenoblade X mission called White Life Hold. You have to defend yourself and your team from a constantly responding horde of enemies for 3 minutes. And then, once you survive that, you're then forced to fight 6 more enemies right afterwards. It's fucking asinine. It's fucking asinine mission design. And you want to know what's crazy too? You're allowed to bring your skills, your giant mechs. But they barely help you. You'll still get overwhelmed. And you want to know the reason why this is such a pain in the ass to deal with? Xenoblade X has an element system for its weapons and armor. You know, like most RPGs tend to. It's not a big deal. No. One of the more rare elements for both you as a player and as enemies to have in general is the gravity element. Gravity is not very common at all. I will, but you will barely ever encounter any kind of enemy that has gravity. And because of that, a lot of armor has negative resistance to gravity. You want to know what most of the enemies in the White Life Hold mission use? Fucking gravity. So this entire time, you've just been chilling, you know, on your merry way. I think this is the place I have to go. You've been on your merry way, doing your battles, doing your scouting like a good little cherub. And then you run into this mission where all the enemies decide to just butt fuck you with gravity. Base Monster Hunter World. Legiana is the only monster that uses ice in its attacks, meaning for the most part, our resistance is useless. Wow. Again, like I said, a lot of strong armor pieces in Xenoblade X have a dump stat of less gravity resistance. That's what sort of balances them out. But in most cases, that's not a big deal because a lot of enemies don't use gravity. So to force the player into what is essentially a defend mission, where the vast majority of the enemies are using a element type that most players are not going to be prepared to handle with, almost feels sadistic. Like kind of a fuck you kind of feeling. You want to know what the dumbest part of the mission is? Once you beat the damn mission, all you really get is a single key item that you can't even use. Like, awesome. This was such a good use of my time. I don't I don't think Xenoblade is one of those games that lends itself well to the whole defend yourself kind of mission style. Mainly because, especially in Xenoblade X, because a big portion of the gameplay is less about like survivability and like tanking and shit, and more so on damage. Both the game's mechanics, those being Overdrive, right? Overdrive is like the core of Xenoblade X's combat system, and it's fun. But the thing about Overdrive is that it is purely an offense-based mechanic. Using it lets you chain together stronger variants of your arts, do it enough times, and you basically become God. It's really fun to learn and use, but it doesn't help you survive. It's not like, say, like Xenoblade 3, it's just as an example, right? Because they're a class dedicated to healing, and there are multiple of them, and because healing is something that earns you points in a chain attack, you can, like, sort of, like, reset yourself and your party during a chain attack. So, in that kind of system, I could see, like, a kind of survive work, because if you play well, you always have a chance to sort of refresh your party. Again, that's not a thing in Xenoblade X, though. Yeah, there are healing skills, but they're not super strong. It's not like, say, SMT or Fire Emblem or Pokemon, where your heals will basically instantly get you back up on your feet or otherwise put you in a really nice position. Hell, like, even in, like, more dynamic games, like, even dynamic games, like, fucking, just as an example, like Monster Hunter. Like, healing is like a fat chunk of healing. The cost of it comes that you need to position yourself well and time it well so you don't get interrupted during your Sprite Cranberry session. But still, when you do heal, it's like a fat heal. In Xenoblade X, your heals heal like 10% of your HP every use, and remember, it's Xenoblade, so all your arts are on a timer. You are not suited to leave the area. True, understandable. But what I'm saying is, you are not capable of sustaining yourself, let alone for 3 fucking minutes. I feel like I need to keep emphasizing that because it's absurd to me how long that timer is. 3 minutes. Like, that doesn't sound a lot like in a vacuum, but in a real-time RPG like Xenoblade, 3 minutes is a hell of an asking time when there's not a clear DPS check sort of guiding what you're trying to do. Yeah, nothing. I see. Just kind of ass and roll and rise. Fair enough. Right, you can do that. Really? I never realized that playing. I guess I never tried jumping down while I was drinking a potion, but I didn't realize that was the thing. I feel strongly about Xenoblade X because, again, I honestly do love the game a lot. Honestly, Xenoblade X as like a world building kind of thematic place might be one of my favorite locales in general to sort of think and imagine around. I I don't know. I'm kind of a sucker. Okay, take your time, but I am kind of a sucker for sort of more technological theory ideas when it comes to this kind of stuff. But like the classes feel well thought out and interesting. The factions, or rather the I can never remember what they're exactly they're called. They're not like it's not organization. This isn't Kingdom Hearts, but um, divisions. Right, divisions. That's the word they used. But that is to say that I think the divisions in Xenoblade X are very interesting. They all serve a clear purpose while still being like while we're still feeling like any character that is attributed to a specific division, it sort of feels right to them. Like you can understand why that character specifically wants to be it, and you can like play around with that too in interesting ways. Because it's not kind of like that YA dystopia trope where like you're part of this faction, therefore you must be exactly like this kind of thing, but more so that any character's core ideals or values can be sort of understood and sort of align with certain aspects of a division, but it doesn't necessarily have to like. I forgot petrified. Fuck. But in this case, it definitely has that feeling of like because everything is just it feels like everything is I don't know. I think maybe I'm just weird and silly. I mean, I think that's always been the answer when it comes to these kind of things for me. Hi, Del. Welcome to the stream. Um, I really do wish we can get a revisit to Xenoblade X. I would love to be able to like. Welcome back. I would love to be able to like play more Xenoblade X. Honestly, Xenoblade X kinda had this in like minute ways. Man, I would love to be able to. Um, honestly, if ever there were to be a Xenoblade MMO, I don't think there's a better thematic like location slash way to do it than Xenoblade X. I feel like it already has all of the things necessary to make it an interesting MMO. Honestly, that would be fun as fuck. I'm sad now that that doesn't exist. Cause like one of my favorite general MMOs I would say is like Fantasy Star Online. Like I said earlier, I'm kind of a I'm kind of a huge fan of more futuristic sci-fi kind of aesthetics. And both Phantasy Star and Xenoblade X specifically scratch that niche really well. I think just I don't know. There's just something about sort of the more fantastical ways that we sort of. Hi, Karo. Welcome to stream. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm happy to see you drop in. Yeah, as I was saying though, it is something I just really do love Xenoblade X. I will like specifically pull out my Wii U just to play X and like nothing else. Yeah, I will just stash away my gamepad after I'm done playing X. Just like, yep, that's it. I have fulfilled my quota for playing the the Wii U, and that's it. Ain't gotta deal with this shit anymore. But I will gladly put up with the Wii U's interesting quirks if it means I can play Xenoblade X. Anyways, I know you asked earlier about... Correct. They got real fast on porting things to the Switch. What I was going to say, though, was I know you asked earlier about my least favorite Fire Emblem area / map, and I've definitely got a few answers for that one. Bear in mind, when I say least favorite, it doesn't necessarily mean worst map, but just the ones I think of when it comes to, like, I really don't want to play through this again. So, probably the one that's most pressing on my mind right now is Fate's Revelations, the Snowtown map. Whatever developer thought it was a good idea to have the player manually break apart giant snow blocks in like a town, and also make it so that you only have 6 deployment slots, limiting the amount of actions you can take on any given turn. I want them hung by jumper cables. It is like the objective worst part of Revelations. It's been a while since I played Birthright or Conquest though, so I can't comment on those specifically, but I will say, moving into sort of more modern era, Three Houses... Man, Three Houses... I know, but... Three Houses... There's a lot of areas in Three Houses that are sort of just best defined as... boring? Uninteresting, I feel like. I think probably the worst offender of that, like in my opinion at least, is the siege of is it Aryan Road? It's, I think it might be the siege of Aryan Road, but basically it's one of the post time skip maps where you have to face down the Death Knight. And that sounds interesting and all. The problem with that, though, is the map is badly designed. I'll say that much. And I feel like that doesn't do like the real horrors of that map justice. Oh yeah, you fight Sylvain's brother and he turns into a diamond. What I was gonna say is, the problem with the siege of Aryan Road, I think it's what it is. I don't remember if that's exactly what it was, but the problem with it is that the map is set up in such a way that it looks like it's one of those multi-layered, intricate little castle sieges where you have to go through every part of it, take down specific areas, and sort of like manage your way through like a giant battlefield. You know, sounds awesome. It's not it. And the big problem? The entire fort is super open, and the Death Knight is sitting right in the middle. every time I do a Bernie solo run and I get to that map, if that map is on the route that I'm playing, Bernie can reach him in like 2 turns. All that level, all of the level, all of the map that was designed to try to give the player a challenge of like an intricate like a tactician's will, and all of it is being because Bernadetta can reach him in 2 turns and then fucking crit Frozen Lands. How many Bernie solo runs have I done? A lot of Bernies actually. Just to put, I guess to put it into perspective, I think I've done about, at this point, I think I've done about, I want to say 12-ish Bernadetta solo runs. About 12, I think. All of them with different classes, for the record. Because I think I've done a Bernie solo run with every master class, every DLC class, working my way through the advanced classes, and then I'm going to go get through a Bernie solo run where she's only allowed to be a noble, aka the base class. Favorite type of Bernie? My favorite type of Bernie is always the physical Bernadettas, because it's just really funny seeing Bernadetta of all characters doing incredible acts of physical feats. Meanwhile, she's just like, I don't want to fucking be here, dude. Armor Bernie. Yes. Fortress Knight Bernie is really funny because, like, when she has the costume on, she just looks so goofy. She's literally wearing, like, a house around her, which is both funny and practical and cute. But even better is if she's rocking, because 3 houses gives you the ability to have the student's monastery look be their look in battle. You can just have Bernadetta in like any costume you want, including like the maid outfits or her pre-time skip academy student outfit, and she's just lugging around a giant ass shield and weapon. It's so peem. It is in fact Kino as fuck. My favorite maps. Now that's an interesting question. Because in terms of any given map being what I would consider a favorite, I think I first have to think about, like, so my first thought is immediately Engage maps, because whatever people have to say about Engage, I think its map designs are some of the most fun. Not all of them are winners, but honestly, a lot of them are. One example I can think of right off the bat is the siege. Is the siege on Port Fiore during the second half of the game, which is when the 4 hounds and possessed Vale attack a town in Firene. And the reason I love it so much is because it feels like a climactic encounter to, like, it's because, like, honestly, I think I love it so much because it doesn't feel like it pulls any punches with the subject matter. Like, okay, so first off, from a gameplay perspective, I love it. It is what I always love in Fire Emblem maps, which is large-scale skirmishes where it feels like the enemy is putting in just as much effort as you are to kill. It is like the town is on fire, the map is littered with burning tiles, there's monsters, enemies hold up in choke points across the different ports, forcing you to carefully consider how you want to approach any given Hound, it is really fun to work through. Like, it is hard enough to where it feels like it. Okay, so like the way I can put it is that it's hard enough to where it feels like a challenge, but it's not like an infuriating kind of hard. And then second, from an aesthetic, like from like a narrative point of view, it's awesome. In a story that up to this point has mostly been like loose and sort of upbeat, to have a startling realization that like, shit, man, these villains are pulling no punches. They just went to like an innocent town, raided it, burned it to the ground, and murdered its citizens. And like, again, holds no punches. If you talk to the NPCs after the battle, there's some NPCs talking about how like okay, there's this one NPC you can talk to where he notes where he says, I think something along the lines of, I'm fine, but my neighbor, his entire family's dead. What is he supposed to do? And like, shit. I love when Fire Emblem sort of like hits the player with a reminder that they're not the only ones involved in this war. Innocent people are getting their lives ruined because of the battles that are happening. And it gives the player that sort of inherent urge to like we gotta fucking do something about this. Like, this can't continue. This is fucked up and evil. It's not true. It's bullshit kind of feeling. And again, I think in a game like Engage, where so much of the tone is inherently a bit more laid back and almost silly, that kind of realization that like, hey, brother, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but this is still Fire Emblem. It's awesome. I love it a lot. There's a lot of words, but I did my best to sort of explain how I feel about it. It's a similar vein to why I love the chapter 10 of Awakening so much, because it's a very similar vibe. Although not exactly, it still has sort of a huge emotional tie to it. Because, so for those who are unfamiliar with Awakening, this is the chapter after Emeren's death in the main story. So, like, everyone's emotions are just like sort of like volatile. And like this chapter, like, you can tell they really put their everything into making this chapter hit you emotionally, and I think they succeeded 100%. The music swelling, giving off a much more tragic vibe. The way that the NPCs or that the enemy army is humanized in a way that they hadn't prior really gives the player a sense of like, this is not right, but what choice do I have? How many Burnies would it take to defeat an alligator human? 1. If you say otherwise, you underestimate the power of Vengeance Vantage. Exactly. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, and I stand by my answer. 1. Yeah, like I said, I really do love when Fire Emblem like, and the thing about the examples that I mentioned so far is that they aren't really like, they're not like the kind of like anti-war kind of, they're not like, they don't feel like anti-war propagandist kind of feeling where it's kind of like a, oh, this is war, why war is bad kind of feeling. It's not trying to paint it as like, oh, you're the bad guys kind of feeling, but more so like a, like a, like, this world is not static kind of feeling. Like, people, like characters and people are being affected. Oh, thank God we made it through. Hallelujah. Holy shit. Before we head in, let's check with, well, as always, let's check in with Renosuke. The only weapon that sometimes insta-kill foes, huh? Interesting. Snake Strangler has a chance to inflict paralysis, reduces poison damage, resists pearl. I am gonna take this, but not for the weapon itself. I'm also gonna take this. Should I take this for Yuma? It's not necessary going forward, so I think I'll save my sunflower seeds for now. Anyways. The reason I wanted... Anyways, now. The reason why I wanted to do that was because I'm familiar with the boss coming forward, and for this boss, we are going to need... here, I'll take this off. We're gonna need Serpent Barrier, which prevents poison from being afflicted. So let's just quickly take magic attack as well, defense up, resistance up, okay. Looking at Satori real quick. Let's just take Heat Ray. Attack down. Defense down. Take these two again, just to fill up the slots. Alice should be fine. Just so we could get that skill. It's a funny little skill. It's a good one too. Marcoot Break, Thunder Chase, Swap Bullets, Zero Fighter, Volley. I don't know, we could take Sunny Strike too. Not necessarily too important. Alright, should be ready. I am just so glad to be done with that dungeon, honestly. But here we go. The sunflowers are in full bloom once again this year. What a wonderful feeling. Now, if only that mist were gone. Compado! Hmm? Oh, why hello, Medicine. I came to play, Yuka. You're in a good mood today. Did something happen? Yep, that's why I'm here. Oh, what's the occasion then? You know that mist covering Gensokyo right now? That's what has me happy. The mist? Well, aren't you a strange one? For me, that mist is nothing but harmful. That's why it's so great. I'm happy that I get to feel the same pain as other yokai, so I came here to tell you that, Yuka. I see. She did tell me she was studying social skills, come to think of it. This must be part of that. How adorable. It really makes me want to tease her. So, you had a good experience then? Yep. Nothing's good about it! Now, who could that be? It's a nothing character. Yep. Me and the squad pulling up. This incident might be good for you two, but it's nothing but trouble for us. Ah, it's you. If it isn't Reimu and her attendants, good day to you. Attendants? Now. Oh, is that you, Medicine? What are you doing here? Oh, Alice. I just came to play, that's all. I see. What a coincidence. Oh, right. Lend me your dolls when I enact my doll liberation plan. Huh? Shut it! We're here because we got business with you, Yuka. Oh my, you're making me blush. I'm glad I get to feel the pain of your case. Hey, yo. Medicine's a weird one. Whatever could you need? Let me ask you this point blank. Are you the culprit? I think I lack some context. What is this about? She's talking about the incident going on right now. We came here to question you as our newest suspect. Ah, now I see. So that's what this is. No, I'm not the culprit. Really? I don't believe you in the slightest. As for our reasoning, this mist resembles Makai's miasma, and out of all of Gensogyo's residents, you're the only one to have come from Makai. How do you defend yourself? Well, that's simple. Well, it's true that I come from Makai. Not that this mist may resemble Makai's miasma. It's just a resemblance and nothing more. So I have nothing to do with this. Furthermore, I don't even have the power to create this sort of mist. And why would I go to all the trouble in the first place? I'm not interested in anything but flowers. How about it, Satori? Ah, what's the matter? Don't tell me you can't read her heart or something. No. I can read her heart, but I can only see flowers. So that means that's all she's thinking about? I guess that does sound like Yuka. Oh my, that's quite the strange power you hold. To step into my heart with those dirty feet of yours. Just how should I tease you in return? Things are starting to take kind of a weird turn. What do we do, Reimu? Shouldn't we ask Medicine too, just in case? You're right. How about you, poison doll? Are you the culprit? Of course not. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. This mist isn't directly poisonous after all. So, this was another dead end? What do we do now? Are we going to check somewhere else? Oh, excuse me? Yes? Did you really think you'd be able to leave unharmed after disturbing my peace and quiet? Uh-huh. Above all, I don't forgive those who disturb me when I'm admiring flowers. Oh, this looks like fun! Let me join too! Combado. Hey, come on now. Yuka's one thing, but Alice, stop Medicine, would ya? You're a puppeteer, right? Don't be ridiculous. She's a Tsukumogami, Marissa. My dolls move with magic, but she's an independent yokai with an actual soul. I'm powerless to stop her. What's the problem? This is just perfect. Huh? We'll exterminate them and make them cough up the truth by force. This method suits me way better. Prepare yourselves, you two. Let's do this, Susan. How very interesting. I'll make it so you can never speak such nonsense again. I'll take you all down together with Susan's poison. I think Reimu's an idiot. I think you're right. Another duo boss fight, but unlike the one in the underworld, this one's a bit more simple to understand. The main the main... I can't speak today, what the fuck? The main threats in this fight are Medicine's poison and Yuka's physical attacks. However, both of them are vulnerable to thunder. Hence, first off, we should get some... Excuse me, Dotori, why can't you... Alright, maybe she'll be able to do it later, but... First off... This fight can be a bit long, but you should primarily focus on Yuka. She has that vulnerability to thunder as well. She also has the she has less defense as well. Satori is kind of dumb too. Yeah. I wonder if maybe I should have brought Satori. Maybe Marissa would have been better. Maybe, actually... You know what? Marissa does, eh? Bench characters don't level up? No, they don't. Yeah. There's a way for them to level up later in the game, but that's not right now. I'm just swapping out Satori for Marissa since Marissa is more consistent magic DPS. I don't know. I don't think they would, realistically. That double severe poison is actually really bad. Marissa's fucking dead. I was really unlucky. Shit. Hang on. Honestly, I don't want to waste too many turn action economies in the beginning of that, but what I don't understand is why can't I Serpent Barrier? Oh, wait. I forgot to equip her damn snake weapon. That's why. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm just sat here like, why can't I do it? And I forgot I need the weapon that actually lets her erect the barrier. Okay. Now we should be able to rock. Is she stronger because she closed her eye? Fuck it, Atomic Kappa Gaming. What did I have Notori do? Oh yeah, Atomic Kappa. I forgot you got that. Oku, Onyo, 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 Onyo. Kind of crazy that people just forgot about most of Subterranean's cast that wasn't part of the Palace of the Earth Spirits. Well, yeah. I wonder why Yugi specifically, huh? Big damage. Fucking love to see it. Thank you, Notori. Notori, my fucking goat for real. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of why anyways. Okay, Thunder Chase into Marissa Stardust Reverie should be. Because we hit it first here, and then Thunder Chase. Nova's last word is kind of just useless in boss fights because you're never going to hit it. Meteorama Gaming. Most stage 1 bosses tend to not really exist, to be fair. There goes Yuka. Just a spider. This is a bucket. Dear God, there's more. No! Final Kamehameha! Thunder Chase. Yeah. I understand what you mean. Oops, that was not medicine. Gun. Master Spock! Thank you, Marissa. Bewitching Tathagata. Yeah. We beat you. Oh. So this is the pain yokai feel when exterminated with a shrine maiden? Now I know what it's like. That was fun. Let's hear the truth from you this time. You're still going on about that. I told you already. I'm not the culprit. But what about the resemblance to Makai's miasma? What do you think, Yuka? Oh, fine. I'll tell you one thing then. The mist's true nature is life force. Life force? More specifically, the power to control life force. Depending on how you used it, you could possibly become immortal with such a power. Huh? That's quite the crazy power. Wait a sec. Immortal, you say? That kinda rings a bell. What was it again? The power of Horai! Horai. So in which case, the culprit is... Don't tell me. Horeizen Kaguya? No, it could be Eren too. Or perhaps it's both of them. Again. Either way, we know where we're headed next. Iente. I see. This is just a wild goose chase. Correct. We haven't checked Iente yet, and it's the only place we have no info on. I'd say it's pretty much our last option. It looks like we found our culprit. That makes this easy then. We're going to charge headfirst into Iente. Oh, you're going to Iente? Give Eren a message from me then. Tell her that I'll share Susan's poison with her again sometime. You sure are a carefree one, huh? Fine. I'll tell her if I remember. Medicine and I are going to play now, so I'd like it if you quiet down already. Yeah, we're going. Let's get moving, everyone. Onward to Iente. Got a new formation. Sunshine Lunch. All defense type. Shui endorsed formation. Primarily defense focused. Interesting. There's Iente down there, but since we beat a boss, you know what that means. Hi, Ada. I hear that Yuka is graceful and unmatched when it comes to controlling flowers, and that Medicine skillfully controls poison that eats away to living things. It's had a very difficult battle. Ruby Shield, Monk Vestment, Shoes of Happiness. Okay. I wonder which Touhou game's cast has the most unimportant characters. I'm sure there's an objectively correct answer. Just not sure what exactly it would be. God, yes. We need Sanai to have some new clothes, damn it. Anyways, since Marissa served her purpose in helping us kill the boss, let's get Satori back in. And let's unbossify our... And now for the chaser. Should be everything though. Alright. Well then. Stage 9, Iante. We're here at last. It's finally time for our showdown with the true culprits. A close-up look at the White Mist incident. The culprits revealed at last. I just can't wait. By the way, there's one thing I still don't get. What is it? According to what I heard, when the incident began, Erin quickly started working to get medicine to the weakened yokai. She did? That's right. If she's one of the culprits, why would she do that? Maybe she wanted live test subjects for her beloved drugs? Test subjects? Come on, she's not you. So in the end, her goal remains unknown, huh? What are you talking about? We're here precisely to figure that out, Marissa. That's right. If she's innocent, we spare her. If she's guilty, she gets beat up. It's as simple as that. Is that really okay? Oh, it's you guys. Who's there? Oh, it's you, Moko. What are you doing here? What do you mean? I live here in the bamboo forest. I just saw you on my way back from the village and figured I'd say hi. The village? Do you mean the human village? What were you doing at the village? Work things. I've been acting as watchguard for the bamboo forest lately. I help villagers get through the forest and stuff, so that's why I went to the village. More importantly, what are you guys doing here of all places? We're here to exterminate evil. Huh? You know about the ongoing incident, right? The culprits here are at Ante, hence why we're here. Oh, that mist! Wait, by culprits, you don't mean... Horizon Kaguya and Yakokodo Erin. Kaguya and Erin. The mist resembles the power of Horai, supposedly. So we're here on our way to question them right now. So Kaguya is behind that mist. She's the one spreading that detestable power of hers around. You got it. I can't allow this. If this is Kaguya's doing, I can't just sit by and watch. I'm going with you. Huh? As Fujiwara no Moko, the watchguard of the bamboo forest. I'm going to perform their last rites. Well... okay. As long as you don't get in our way. Got it. We gained a reliable ally from an unexpected place, Reimu. I guess so, but... I remember Shora growing quick. Anyway, let's head inside. Here we've got Fujiwara no Moko, which we'll get into once we get through this cutscene. Huh? What? What's going on? The layout is not the same as usual. This must be Raisin or Erin's doing. It's those illusions. Our path has been split into A and B routes. A and B routes? If they're preparing such thorough traps, the culprits must be here after all. Why don't we split into two groups then? Even if one path is a trap, as long as we cover both routes, we'll reach Kaguya and Erin for sure. That sounds like a wise choice. What if both paths are traps? Then we get through with sheer willpower. That's not an answer. Got it. We'll split into two groups then. Ante Tatami room. Is Sinai an idiot too? Yeah. An astounding story. True for fiction? Fried chicken cart caught selling disguised night sparrow meat? Shock spreads throughout the human village. You're reading that fishy paper again? Yeah, I'm bored. The Boom Boom Maru newspaper, was it? I can't believe they even sell that drivel. They don't. They just leave it there for you, even if you don't ask for it. It's not like you have to read it then. But I'm bored. Well, I suppose with how things are right now, we can't exactly afford to act without caution. What's wrong, Erin? It seems we have intruders. Intruders? So, does that mean... That's right. It looks like the Hakure Shrine Maiden has finally come. Udonge, Tui, get in here. Yes, ma'am. Yep. You heard me just now, right? Yes, ma'am. Nope. Come on, Touhou. Well, either way. The Hakurai Shrine Maiden has just trespassed into Aente. I'm putting you two on guard duty. Don't let her get in here and reach the princess. Put forth your very best and repel the intruders. Yes, master. But I don't wanna. Touhou! Come on already! I mean, that mist is everywhere right now. As a health-conscious bunny, I want to just take it easy. Udong? Yes, ma'am? As her superior, the misconduct of your underling is your responsibility. Understood? Huh? You're getting punished once this is all over. Why are you laughing? Anyway, you are on guard duty too, Touhou. That's an order. Yeah, got it. Can't disobey an order after all. I don't like that attitude of hers. Now go! Yes, master. Okay. One of these. Yeah, one of these. You can tell what era this was released in. Everything is going according to plan. I've set up the stage. Now come and do your part, Hakurai Shrine Maiden. Shrine Maiden Series feature report. The Moria Wind Priestess's real self exposed bare for the world to see? Dolls from the superhero robot series discovered in her personal belongings. Huh. Kaguya don't care. Alright, so before we get in, Moko. She is interesting. So Moko is a physical DPS tank hybrid, which sounds nice. But the problem is, she's competing for the tank role on your team with Alice. One of the best tanks in any RPG ever. DPS and huh. Moko's not bad. She's an interesting... Moko is sort of one of those characters who primarily is used because of her role compression. She can deal decent physical damage. She can tank. She has high HP and decent physical defense. Some of the best, actually. Even at level 1, she already outpaces a lot of... She outpaces quite a number of characters. And when you get her on level, her physical DPS can get quite high. And as well, she also has access to fire magic, meaning she can control fire land power. And her unique gimmick is that when she dies, she has a chance. She has a chance to be able to resurrect herself. However, again, Moko kind of really is sort of the embodiment of sort of does a lot of things, but it's hard to use her when other characters are able to do specific elements of her kit better. Oh, but the thing I said before about like characters not leveling on the bench, that's only half true. They don't level up, but they do actually gain power points. What is it? Now, since we need 2 parties, we're gonna have to think. So, for party number 1, yeah, I agree on that one. I don't think balance means that no one sucks. I think rather when it comes to balance, my personal philosophy on balance is rather the idea that every character has a use case. I think like bad game design is when a character has no purpose at all. Like there's no reason to ever use them in an RPG. Yes. I mean, even in the cases where characters are supposed to be replaced, because like when I hear that, the first thing I think of is like Jagan, the Jagan archetype in Fire Emblem, where the idea is that they're strong at the beginning, but they fall off and are meant to be replaced by other units as the game goes on. And I don't think that's bad game design to have a unit that's sort of meant to help support you and get you through tough challenges at the beginning when you're relatively weak, but aren't meant to be relied on going forward. Like, I think if that's, because like that's the intention of archetypes like, you know, Jagan, Vander, fucking Seth, Titania, those characters, like the point of them is that they're meant to help you at the beginning and then are sort of meant to bow out near the end. Anyways. Okay. For Team 1, I think... actually... Oh shit, wait, I forgot. You can't back out. Okay. I should be able to... I forgot to set a fucking leader, that's why. Anyways. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I think this team is the one that's gonna rock without a leader. Mainly because the core of it is gonna be Notori and Sanae to support it. Email party 2. I know. I mean, inherently, game balance is one of those things that, like, it's not something, like, objective to figure out. And Hmm. I mean, I think the textbook example would be yes. That tends to how it would be for new characters since they all start at level 1. Anyways, what I'm saying is, what I was gonna say is I think probably the textbook example for me that I think of when it comes to bad character that's still fun to use is the trainees in Sacred Stones. So like that would include Amelia, Marisa, and Owain, and Ross too. Objectively, they are bad. They're really not worth using, especially if you're not gonna, especially if you don't use tower. The tower to grind them. If you're just playing it like a regular Fire Emblem where you don't grind them at all, where there's no grinding opportunities, objectively, they're bad. However, they are incredibly fun to play and use. Moko is kill. Yeah. Anyways, since I forgot to do it, wait, since I just got Moko, well, Aku give me... Yeah, she ought to give me stuff for Moko. Yeah, I figured. Okay. Any from other games? There's also Platinum and... Well, I think of fighting games first when it comes to the kind of bad characters but still fun. Stuff like Platinum from Central Fiction, or what is it? Joe characters are funny. Yeah, it ignores defense. Basically treats defense as if it was 35% less than what it actually is. Yeah, for now, she ought to be able to. Yep. If I could stream Switch games, oh, easily the one I would want to stream most is Engage. I would love to be able to stream Engage. Like, one of my favorite Fire Emblem games in general. Heck, I could make an argument for it being one of my favorite games in general. Who would I use the most? Jade, Citrine, Rosado, Tamara, I think are like the ones I always want to have on my team at this point. I would hope so too. Whenever I have the ability to shrink or grow to any size. I mean, I'm already pretty tall as is. I don't know how much taller I would need to get, but there have been a surprising amount of instances where I would have wanted to have be smaller than I was. So you know, I think I'll say that actually. It reminds me of an icebreaker that my job trainer mentioned yesterday, which is one of her favorite icebreakers, she says. It's the question of, would you rather be 1 foot tall or 10 feet tall? Probably it does. Yeah. However, being 1 foot tall is kind of like... that, you know what, that's kind of what makes it interesting to try to answer. You're right. The question is, which hell would you rather live through? Bamboo. Fucking rabbit. Inaba. That's just Touhou. Banyan. 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 Oh yeah, Phoenix Resurrection. Yeah, they're kind of sneaky, but Moko's last word is an interesting one. It sort of ties into her role on the team. Her last word resurrects or revives all her allies. Oh, we can't. Oh, wait. Where is it? Understanding of spears. Have stab damage. Yeah, I sure hope it would. Actually, wait. Where is it? Fire chase? Stop heat rising. Road works ahead. Dead. It's just the guy. He's just chilling. Why is it only one? Why has it been only one or two? This is clearly the small enemy. This dungeon. Yep. You can switch between your party members at any time by pressing, or your parties, anytime by pressing the L button. Perceiving. So, interesting fact about the perceivability, it is functionally like the tattle ability from like the Paper Mario games. However, in the original version of this game, perceive only targeted one enemy at a time. So, good luck. It was a pain in the ass, but thankfully at some point they updated it so that it now hits all enemies. Tengu's Aid gives you a spot in the turn order to an ally. Yeah. As I mentioned before, you know, I just stopped using Aya. Aya's main gimmick as a party member is that she can manipulate turn order, allowing party members to go faster or making enemies go slower. What the fuck is that thing? Perceive them. Tengu Kata. Poison? Hell yeah. Death. Honestly, I really do like this dungeon. Even with the fact that it makes you commit to having two parties. At least in my opinion, it works because this game isn't one of those games where level determines everything. Because composition and equipment matters probably more than pure level stats do. Even the under-leveled parts of your party can still contribute as long as you update them and keep notes of the rest of your party. And again, because even though they don't level up on the bench, they still get power points and thus accrue augmentation points. You can still like power level them to give them more unique effects and skills. So, and because again, when they're under leveled, they're in battle, and you win, they get that experience, and they tend to level up fast enough to like sort of keep on pace, or at least catch up pretty quickly. So it doesn't feel like a drag to like I have to like babysit like the weakest members of my team. I don't know, like it still feels like they're able to like work and contribute. Like it actually feels fun to have to use more than just a few members of your party, which I don't know, like I just like this kind of game design where it never feels like it's a bad idea to bring along a party member just because they're a bit behind in terms of level. Because they're also distinct from each other. That you never feel like you'll be putting yourself at a disadvantage if you do. It's not like, say, I don't know, like, I sure hope it does. It's not like, say, I don't know, like the Persona series, where once you settle on a specific party member, it's really fucking difficult, or specific party composition, it's really fucking difficult to like get unused party members to a point where you can use them in your formation again. What the fuck are those fish things? Anyways, you know, in like Persona 4, if you neglect Chie after like the first dungeon, you're not really gonna have a chance to like get her back on pace. Like you aren't gonna be able to do shit with her. Not until your next playthrough where you decide to actually use her for realsies. Oh, cold breath. Stop giving me quad weaknesses, you dick. Die. Fuck. Die, dude. Thank you. Jesus. Goggles of avoidance. Can we fuck off with the fish? I feel like I've been talking. Yeah, it is. Don't worry, we'll wrap up soon. But it feels like I've been yapping a bit this stream compared to other streams, hasn't it? Oh, new weapon. Death. Crumble. But it feels like I've had a lot more to say. And I don't know if part of it is just I'm having a harder time putting to words exactly what it is I want to say. So it just kind of feels I'm stumbling over my words like an idiot. Sorry if that's the case. Sorry if I've just been annoying this entire time, but I don't know if this is just an instance of me, like, subconsciously liking hearing myself talking. I don't know. I'm not able to explain it. Hey, Acid Storm. Blade, Cuisinart. Well, we got a few. We got Cold Breath here, which is similar to any other breath weapon, but specifically for water. And we also got Toxic Mist here, which is Earth and Poison. We got Acid Storm, which is water damage and inflicting defense down, which is actually pretty good. I might take that, honestly. So Earth Javelin here, which is just strong Earth damage. Yeah. I don't like these fish. I don't even think these fish like me. And that's good. Fuck these fish, man. Stop staring at me with them big ol' eyes. They don't even have eyes. They're dead. They're dead inside. And I'll make them dead outside. Fuck you all. Fuck. Well, it's getting about a time where we ought to be stopping anyways. Although, I forgot, you're not even allowed to go through. Not until you form the parties, but the 4 night halls. That's something we're going to have to contend with next time. Next week. Hopefully we can get started a bit sooner, but we'll eventually have to wrap our heads around the endless spiral that is ENT. Thank you all for joining me today. I'll see you all next time. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me.